All right, folks, qualifying statement. I am not a professional presenter. I am, but today you're going to hear birds in the background. As soon as I start talking, Rebel's going to start squeaking. So I hope you can get past all that. I'm doing this on my desk, and it's called the law of average. Today, I want to talk about the 7, 8s, and 9s. Being a 7, 8, or 9. What do I mean by that? Where are you today? What in many areas of your life, what's your attitude right now? Are you having a 7, 8? Always use a scale to 1 to 10. Just ask, how do I feel today? Am I happy? Am I sad? 1 to 10. 1 to 10. Am I motivated? 1 to 10. Am I sad? 1 to 10, right? So a 5 is an average day. You're going to see these 5s. 5's average, right? 10s is perfect. Perfect. They're like unicorns. They do exist, but nobody is perfect in this world. And I want to say another thing. Always strive for excellence. So if you wake up this morning, you just feel like an average person, you have an average day, try to be a 6, 7, or 8. You'll probably be able to scale it up a little bit. You get to about a 7 and something happens, you go back to 5. If something, you woke up as a 5 and something happens, your car broke down, you probably have a 3 attitude. Okay. I am going to also talk about business. And I learned this in a business that I'm in. We want... If you're a 5 and you want to get people to partner with you in business, or your customers, however you do business, you want 6, 7s, 8s, and 9s, okay? You do not want to be a 5 and attract, the law of attraction. A lot of people don't understand this. I'm really kind of going over the rule of average, and I'm saying average is 5. But the law of attraction is, if you have positive vibes going out here, I want you to see yourself sending out positive, let's say this is the plus. We're sending out positive vibes. We've got a positive attitude. We're thinking positive. Believe it or not, this law really, because you're going to be smiling and you're going to be laughing, and you'll attract 6 and 7s. If you're a 7 in that area, you'll attract 8s and 9s. Also, when you send out positive vibes here, those come back to the 4s and the 3s and the 2s and the 1s all the way down scale. This positive causes them to want to move to where you are. It's the law of attraction and the law of opposites. Okay? So you can get into the science of the magnetic field, but, positives, there is positive and positive. You can get into a power struggle. You repel each other. You're know-it-alls. You know this and I know that, and you'll get an argument. And because of your same equal power, you're same, even though you're not in a spirit of agreement there, so you will butt heads. You can't quite get it together because both of you's trying to teach you something. I got a guy going to help me with the gym, and if I seem like a know-it-all and he knows more than I do, but I know something, there's a time where Cog's group is talking about power struggle. That's what I'm talking about, folks. But it's all right here. So this is a lot for my people that I'm starting to try to help them cope and deal with people in the world. So this is a business starter. This is associate training for me, and it's also to help anybody on a normal day. That's what I love about what I do. I get to coach. I get to use some experience and wisdom I have, and then this was just powerful. I got this from a meeting, and I want to talk a couple things that is crucial about it, and that is not to judge. Do not judge people. Okay, because if you catch me today and I just had a bad day, I may be a 3, but in life, most of the time, I may be a 7 or 8 or 9. Yeah, you can scale down. I mean, I woke up, I didn't get a lot of sleep because I was a 7, 8, 9, really working on business and studying and growth, but I didn't get sleep, and sleep caused me to be a 5, and then the phone rang, and it was my mom, and some bad news, and now I'm downtrodden. That's just worry. But normal day, you want to start scaling and kind of chart yourself. Am I normally a 5 when I wake up, and I'm a 7 about what time? I want to be an 8 or 9. But let's talk about knowing where you're at. Just kind of stop every day, different times of the day, in your old clock. Let's put a little clock here, Now that being 3, this being 6, this being 9, and then it's going to go around, that's 12. Right? And then you got the other one, right? So now you got that's 3 in the morning. You're probably asleep. You got up here at 7, right? But think of this during your day. Think of it, maybe you got up at 5 to noon and then to midnight. It's 24-hour clock. Just do some little self checks. Where am I? Ask yourself, where am I right now? Am I a 5, 6, 7? I'm about a 7 this morning. Had a good breakfast. Had a good day, so I'm a 7, 8. I'm going to attract 7 or 8s today. I may attract that unicorn. Remember, this is a unicorn. Perfect. You ever have a perfect day? It does happen. You do have good days. You really feel like you've done something. And then you have the 0 day. It's just when you don't feel good about yourself. Unfortunately, a lot of people feel this way too often. This is called depressed. All right? This is what I call from here to here. If you ever hear me do the 80% of the people, right? And this is the 20%. Okay? Obviously, somewhere here, this 20% is broken down to 15% and maybe a 1%. Remember, see this 1%? That's the unicorns. This is probably 6%. If I was talking about wealth, people that are 6% of the people are 9s. 1% is rich. Follow along. The scale works for anything. Put your attitude, put your mind, put your business, put your customers, put you. We want to, your day, where's your mind? Where are you at? Where's your attitude? And where's other people? Where's your other business associates? Where's the people that you might want to be involved in your business, which are your customers and maybe your business builders. Okay, but if you come out of the gate today with the 5, you're going to attract the 6 or 7. So a 5 is going to attract the 6, maybe a 7, but you're also going to attract 3s and 4s. If you ask people to get involved in a business with you and you're a 5 and you attract a 4, you're going to attract a 4, right? The 4 is going to know a 5, but they're also going to attract a 3, and maybe they want to sign them people up. So if you sign up a 3, the 3 is going to get the 4. You're going the wrong way. You're eventually going to get a 0. You're going to get somebody that wants to do something or talks a lot, but they're not going to do anything. So the 4 attracts a 3, maybe a 5. A 3 attracts a 4, maybe a 2, if you're going the wrong way. So we want to look. I like to say add the 6, 7, 8s, and 9s, but you really want to be able to learn who in your life has a 7, 8, 9 and attitude and work ethics and go get them and growth pattern. That is who you're trying to figure out, team. I'm going to my team now. That's the people you want to be in business with. If you run a business, you want to attract 7, 8, 9 customers, because you want them to go get 7, 8s, and 9s and come do business with you. If you are not treating people at a 7, 8, 9 level, you're not going to attract 7, 8, 9 people. It's the law of attraction. It works in many things. But here's the other thing. Do not, just on a one-time example or one-time experience, put a number on somebody. Because I could be a 7, 8, 9, but literally just the moment that I was in, something really hurt, and I could be showing and displaying a 3. And you say, man, that guy's down, or that guy's really out. Or you watch my Facebook post, and at that time I was really being compassionate about people and talking about where I was when I was a 3 or 4 or 5, and how I was down here depressed and what I came through trying to get to the 7, 8, 9, right? And you think, oh man, I'm really worried about old CJ. Well, that's when you call CJ and ask. That's when you call Curtis. That's when you call Coach, okay? Whatever you call me. Because that's where we want to be concerned. But I'm expressing because I'm trying to help people that was where I was. And I do fall back into that sometime. And I have to tell myself the same thing. And so that's why this is so useful, is to know where you're at. But let's say you go out and you talk to somebody and you say, I'm looking for 7, 8s, and 9s to expand my business with. And I want them to be people persons. And I want them to care about people and to care about themselves. But that day, I get on the phone and they got some worries. People can literally surprise you if you are a good coach and a good leader. You put them on the list, And then you stay in contact, and before you know it, there are 5. The 3 moves to here, and then you just keep relating to them. They move to a 6, and eventually they decide that they want to, number one in my realm is you want something. You want better. You got to, for what I do, you got to want a better body. You got to want to take care of your body. You want to take care of your spirit and soul. See, a lot of people are having soul and spirit problems, and they have a body. Their body's not in good shape, and so their mind's not in good shape, and so their spirit is downtrodden. So if they'll start moving their body and seeing results, and they'll renew their mind, this is biblical, they can move in the spirit. But usually what happens is, so a little bit of my Jesus moment, the Lord puts a better spirit in you of hope. See, you got to have hope. You got to have joy, and you got to have peace. And this comes through a relationship. And then when your spirit does, it starts, the mind is part of the soul, and the Lord restores your soul. You will start moving up. And then something happens. Then you move up, and something happens. And so this is a fluctuating scale. Just don't judge people. Don't say, oh, you're in the 80% crowd, you're just average. Because I was average. I was below average. 20% is productive. You have 20% skills that get you your 80% results. So these are good things. If you'll just turn on some shows besides the TV, because the law of influence is also, if you're watching a 3 TV show, you're never going to be a 7, 8, 9. If you're watching all the negative stuff, you're not going to be feeling good. Turn the damn TV off if it ain't on something good, and excuse me for cussing, but that's why you're being influenced. This is the law of attraction and the law of influence. And if you're around average people at work, sitting around doing average things and below average things, you'll never be a 7, 8, and 9 worker, and you'll never get 7 and 8, 9 pay. And if you like the job, fine, stay in your job. It's comfortable and it's secure. But if you're ready to change and you want more information like this, we will help you. We'll help you in your body. I can direct you in restoring your soul. And but this is primarily for my business people. I learned this at Revolution, folks, and we need to go to North Carolina in October, and that's where you'll learn things like this. So I hope you have a good day, and I'll be more professional of a presenter one day. But right now, you just get my desk and my mess.